Well, today we're going to see will it run. This is another little yamahopper, the red version here. It's in a little bit better shape than that blue one. So we're going to see if we can get it to run and drive it around the yard a little bit. Number one problem that we have to deal with is we have a little bit of a broken throttle cable here. So we're going to see what we can do. We're just gonna probably, maybe, hopefully wrap some tape or zip ties or something just to get it to function a little bit better. But it doesn't feel like there's a spring or anything in there, so that's gonna be probably take the carburetor off and take a look in there and see what's going on, and we'll see if we can get it running. First step is we're going to try to wiggle off this oil injection line here. Alright. Next we're going to try to take off our throttle cable here, or our slide and choke assembly. Well, it's got the spring on there, so that answers that question. Next, got a little clamp right here, not staying in place. Take our air box. Oop, I gotta get the fuel line off. Hose clamp, I gotta grab a regular. Got a regular. Loosen up our hose clamp. Let's see if we can pull this guy off. Man. Just wiggles right out of there. We're gonna pull it apart and see if we can clean it up a little bit. The other carburetor, this air screw right here, was up front. So this one, you can tell it was an aftermarket, but we'll get it pulled apart, clean it up. Alright, so we got it pulled apart, got the float off, the jet's out. We got this last one here. So that one, I wonder how I can do this to show you guys. But what you do is you take that screw and you screw it in and count how many turns, and then remove it completely. So when you put it back in, you screw it all the way down till it seats, and then back it out the amount that you counted. Now let's see here. I don't think there's any good spot really to show you, so fortunately that's just the way it is. Here's the main jet. What I usually do is look to the sky. Oh, you can see through it there. Not focusing on it. You can see through it though. There it is. See through the jet there? That guy's cleaned out. Grab the little one. This is our pilot jet, the little one. That one, I don't see anything through it, but doesn't mean that it's not. Yeah, I can't see anything through it even when I look through the light. I don't see anything through there, so we'll clean this guy up. Having some trouble cleaning that out with some air, so I have a torch tip cleaner, and I'm gonna get the smallest one here and see if I can push it through that jet tip cleaner used for cleaner drill. So there you go. See, look at that. Now you can see through the pilot jet. Now we're clean on the pilot jet there. So we can reinstall and put everything back together. Oop, forgot to tell you, I took the carb cleaner and I went through and blew through. That's the choke circuit over there on the left hand side. Blew through here and here and flew back through the fuel inlet, through the needle and seat. On this side here, you know, that's the air for the choke circuit right over there on the right, and then down the bottom, that's your hole for drawing air through for the pilot jet there. So I went through and blew through all that stuff. There's a small little hole you can see on the left side there. Made sure that was all cleared out. Blew through all the orifices. So now we can put it all back together. Alright, so showing you how it's kind of fucked up there. So down here it's goes in, throttle cable goes in here, and then it comes out two, one for the throttle and one for the oil injection. So in here you have your throttle cable that comes in over here, and then it pulls on this device, and then that pulls on the two. And you can see that it is stuck in the wide open. So I'm gonna get some lube and try to spray it down where this cable here comes in, and then I'm gonna try to work this lever or pull on the cable and try to free this cable up. This cable is definitely stuck up, so we're gonna get on doing that now. Alright, so I removed the throttle cable part from there. So again, like I said, now I'm going to try to squirt some fluid into there and try to pull it and work it free. I'm also going to take some WD and we're going to spray it down on this side too. And we're going to just keep working it back and forth. Well, that was a failure. We had broken the throttle cable. So I think we're gonna have to go steal the one off of the blue moped to get this thing going. We got old blue. So what we're gonna do is we're going to disassemble this box here on here. We're going to move the throttle cable from this point to that point up there. So we'll have to take the Phillips screws and disassemble the old throttle here, and we'll pull this whole throttle cable right out of there, and then we'll put it over there in the red one. Alright, so we got to fish the new throttle cable in. So what I did is I taped the two together. I don't know, this probably isn't the best tape to use for it, but it don't matter. And then we grab onto it and fish it on through. It might take a little bit of work, so I need both hands. Gotta set the camera down. Well, we gotta back up. First thing what I gotta do is I have to take this guy here, this end, and I have to thread them up into there, because it's going to be almost impossible to do that after the cable is run through the frame. So let me do that first. Alright, now we are around into there. Now again, tape the two ends together and then fish it through. And just like that, throttle cable is in, down through the tube, out with the old one, laying on the ground. Excellent. And just like that, we now have a working throttle. Nice smooth action. So now we can go ahead and plop this guy back in there, hook everything back up, put some fuel in the tank and see what happens. Alright, we'll put some fuel in it. It's all assembled. Have the choke pulled. Oop. Time to start kicking it over. Hold on. Now I had to steal some more parts. I put the fuel line from the red one onto there, and I stole the one for the blue and put it right there. That's a factory line. Made sure I was getting gas. So let's first kick, baby. There we have it. I think it needs a little bit of some playing around with the carb. I think that's that.